So how does a country become a part of another country? Well, for one, you need a government there to enter into a treaty transferring Hawaii to the United States. We don't have that. The United States overthrew our government. So instead, what the United States did in 1898 was, instead of acquiring Hawaii legally by a treaty, they passed a law called a Joint Resolution of Annexation, an agreement between the House and the Senate, which was then signed into law by President McKinley in 1898. The United States could no more annex Hawaii, a country, by passing a law than it could pass a law today annexing France. That's why we've been occupied.
For the first time ever, the legal question of whether or not Hawaii has a right to assert national independence is now being considered at the highest court in America.
So for the last 20 years, Keanu and I and my brother Umi this is what we've been doing. This is pretty much, this is not our job. It's kind of our life. And we've turned it into a job. Because before no one would listen to us.
Started the program, so Kauai's gonna start. Because I'm like, I gotta, but hey, it works. It works. It's good. So
I'm older than him. So.
No, but in 6 months we're the same age, and then she gets old again.
I can say that I have not had one instance in court where there's been any opposition to either the factual, the legal, or historical arguments that we made concerning the legal status of the Hawaiian Kingdom.
The United States of America could have entered the Larson versus Hawaiian Kingdom case, brought their argument for why Hawaii is the 50th state and not an occupied country, and that proceeding would have never happened. For whatever reason, America chose not to do that.
Rather, what we find is that the United States has never expressed itself as an occupier. Who would? It will never admit to occupation. But yet, to admit to occupation is, in a sense, to admit to the continued existence of the Hawaiian Kingdom as an independent state.
Hawaii's legal and political history today is much more complex. It's much more nuanced, in part because we have a much better understanding of what took place in the 19th century.
Council of Regency was started according to Article 33 of the Constitution of 1864, in similar fashion to the Belgian Council of Regency, which was established when Belgium was in exile. The Hawaiian Council of Regency was established the same way under our laws.
So that the Council of Regency can represent a nation that is in exile at the international level. And I look forward to their the Royal Commission of Inquiry.
If we can accept the fact that there still is a Kingdom of Hawaii and that it was never annexed, that there was occupation and there still is occupation, then how do we deal with that? And I was really impressed that he followed through with what he told us in the May 15th meeting with the Council of Regency, and created the reconciliation or recognition of our current government.
In my capacity as Jen Ruggles' lawyer, Jen was at the time a member of the Hawaii County Council, who had come to some realizations, troubling realizations about her situation being an office holder in an occupation government that didn't recognize itself as an occupation government and was placing her at risk of committing war crimes.
There was also a link to the Permanent Court of Arbitration's case repository, where it showed a case titled Lance Larson versus the Hawaiian Kingdom. And it was an active case on their case repository, which really proved that the Hawaiian Kingdom does continue to exist. And from what I understood, the Acting Council of Regency is what brought that case to the Permanent Court of Arbitration.
That people have a hard time to accept the truth. I run into this constantly. I introduce myself, then we start a discussion, then I tell them what we now know. Their eyes become large, they begin to smile incredulously, and then once you mention the court case in The Hague, things change and they begin to take it seriously.